I call Shane Ritty.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. It's a pleasure to speak to this bill. This bill effectively amends the legislation that lets us become a member to the Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank, and more specifically it amends legislation, the International Finance Agreements Act 1961. It's already been commented to us how important Asia is. A number of figures. Of course, Asia buys 43% of our export merchandise. It's significant. It's important. There's certainly development need for infrastructure in Asia, and New Zealand can help with that. I think that also talks to some of the advantages, some of which we've heard about being a part of this bank. New Zealand businesses will be able to compete for infrastructure contracts under the Open Procurement Agreement. Being a founding member, as we've heard, has let us play a role at the formation table, at the development table initially, and this let us assist with direction and transparency, and we've been able to bring some of the best practices that New Zealand has, which we're good at, to that table. We've also been told that our relationships with our Asian neighbours have been strengthened through our engagement, and we remain a steady hand and open for business. Mr Speaker, this is the second reading of this bill, and the Select Committee, as has been commented, received no submissions on this bill. To address the question the member raised a moment ago, what the committee did agree to was to delete clause 9 bracket 1 from this bill. Now, what that clause does is it was to enable clause 19 bracket 1 of the agreement, which talks to prohibiting currency restrictions for members and recipients. And the case was made to us by officials, and we agreed that by removing that clause, we didn't need that clause, which answers Member Robertson's question, because it's already covered by domestic policy, and it's inconsistent with our existing international finance agreements. So really this is a piece of legislation that lets us be a part of the Asian Infrastructure Bank. We know that's good for New Zealand. We know that the opportunities will increase for our exporters. We know that the contracts will be let out with best practice, that we'll be able to compete for those contracts, and we've been able to be part of the founding group, therefore influence it and have a say. I think all of those are good things, and I commend this bill to the House.